There is a particular kind of pride that does not announce itself as pride. It calls itself confidence, leadership, strength, being right. It speaks with certainty and mistakes certainty for truth. Hubris is not simply believing in yourself, it is believing so deeply in your own importance that you stop questioning your behavior. And stay with me here, because the most dangerous part of hubris is not the arrogance people can see. It is what that arrogance prevents a person from ever seeing in themselves. It is thinking your intentions matter more than the pain you cause. It is believing that because someone stays, they agree. Because they are quiet, they have nothing to say. Because they forgive, there was nothing serious to forgive. Because they keep trying, you must still be winning. Hubris teaches a person that consequences are for other people, that rules can be bent around their anger, that love means access, that loyalty means endurance, that the people closest to them will continue absorbing whatever they refuse to face, and for a while it can appear to work. The room becomes careful, conversations become shorter. People learn which subjects to avoid, which expressions are safe, and how quickly peace can disappear. The person at the center of it may mistake all of this caution for respect. But fear is not respect. Silence is not agreement, and someone adapting to survive your behavior is not proof that your behavior is acceptable. Hubris cannot see that. It sees obedience where there is exhaustion. It sees weakness where there is restraint. It sees dependence where someone may simply be preparing to stand on their own again. And this next part matters, especially if you have been blaming yourself for not recognizing the pattern sooner. Because the same behavior that creates confusion can also make the person living inside it question their own understanding. Perhaps that is why hubris is so dangerous. It keeps a person from noticing when the very thing they believe they controlled is beginning to move beyond their reach. But there is another side to this. The person who finally begins to see it may turn the questions inward. How did I miss this? Why did I excuse so much? Why did it take me so long to understand what was happening? Stay with me. Because the answer is not that you were foolish, weak, or unwilling to see. The answer is often found in how understanding actually develops. Understanding rarely arrives all at once. It comes in fragments, a moment that does not feel right, a pattern you cannot yet name, a conversation that leaves you confused, an apology that somehow becomes your fault, a promise that sounds sincere until the same thing happens again. You did not fail because you did not immediately understand something that repeatedly kept you uncertain. You were learning while living inside it. You were trying to make sense of behavior that often changed depending on who was watching, what was at risk, or whether the person believed they might finally face a consequence. Clarity does not always come early. Sometimes it comes after years of gathering small pieces you did not yet know belonged together. And when those pieces finally form a picture, the answer is not to punish yourself for seeing it late. The answer is to trust yourself for seeing it now. And do not leave before this next distinction. Because recognizing harmful patterns does not mean you must become suspicious of everyone around you. It means learning to trust what repeated behavior shows you, to become more aware without becoming afraid of everyone, to recognize patterns without believing every person is a threat, to listen when something inside you tightens, to stop explaining away what repeatedly steals your peace, and to remember that wisdom is not never being deceived. Wisdom is becoming willing to see what is true, even when the truth changes everything. Hubris may convince someone that they will never lose control. But control built on fear was never strength. Power that requires another person to become smaller was never power, and silence should never be mistaken for surrender. Because sometimes silence is where clarity is forming. Sometimes distance is where courage is returning. And sometimes the person you believed would never see through you is already beginning to see themselves. Hubris does not make a person powerful. It simply keeps them from noticing when their power is already slipping away. That's a quiet truth.